but I'd like to yield the remainder of my time to Mr. Clyde.
Thank you to my colleague from Wisconsin. Mr. Daniel, I want to ask you a couple questions here and reiterate something that's been mentioned already. President Biden made the claim that gun manufacturers are, quote, the only industry in America that is exempt from being sued by the public, the only one. Madam Chair, I would like to ask for unanimous consent to submit this article published by AP News on February 9th, 2022, that says, despite Biden's claim, gun makers can indeed be sued.
Without objection.
Thank you. Isn't it true that your company still remains liable under the law for any potential design or manufacturing defect that lead to injury or property damage or breach of contract or warranty of a product or facilitating a known transfer to a prohibited person? Is this not all laid out in the Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act enacted in 2005? Can you still be sued by the public for any of these kind of breaches?
Yes, sir, we can.
So, thank you. I just want everyone to know that the firearms industry is not exempt from being sued by the public for a myriad of things. Now, Mr. Daniel, does Daniel Defense sell AR-15 rifles to police departments, to sheriff's offices, and to other law enforcement agencies?
Yes, sir, about 30, average about 30 agencies a month.
30 agencies a month. That's pretty impressive. Do you have any idea of how many of your company's firearms are in the hands of law enforcement, protecting and defending the peace so that our citizens can live in freedom?
No, sir, I don't have that off the top of my head.
I would imagine that at 30 agencies a month, that's probably a lot, though, would you not think?
Yes, sir.
So why do law enforcement agencies choose to use Daniel Defense firearms?
Sir, we build we are very dedicated to building the very best firearms in the world, and the products that we build are dependable, and we take good care of our customers and treat them the way we want to be treated. And we think these are the reasons why people choose our products.
Thank you. As someone who has obviously had tremendous experience in the firearms industry and seen the highs and lows of sales, would you agree that the firearms industry is very sensitive to government overregulation or the fear of increased government restriction on a constitutional right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me what happens to sales when additional restrictions are a potential on the horizon. Do they go up or down, or do they stay about the same?
Our sales fluctuate wildly based off of the politics and the conversations about firearms bans.
Okay, does that also happen when crime and uncertainty is on the rise? Do sales increase?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so when the Democrats who have carried the mantle and promoted the idea of defunding the police, and Democrat cities around the country started to cut their budgets, cut the budgets of their police departments to fall in line with the defunding of the police narrative, people have feared for their safety, and so firearms dealers saw an increase in sales. Would you agree?
Yes, sir. Unprecedented in the last 2 years of new firearms owners buying firearms that have never owned them before.
Thank you. I would submit that people are voicing their opinions with their pocketbooks, and I think that's a very, very strong opinion across the nation. Thank you, and I yield back.